Happy DLC day, everyone. Patch 1.21 just came out with the WrestleMania 41 pack as well as the new Fearless pack that is available for you to download right now, clocking in at 9.88 gigs on my Xbox. Now, once you get into the game, you're looking at 1.21 under the WWE logo. If you're on Nintendo Switch 2, you're starting off with 1.20, but it's the same exact patch. So back to the size. This is just coming in with everyone that needs to be supported with the game going forward. This doesn't mean that there's a lot within this update. It was a lot of general stability fixes, which we saw some server maintenance earlier in the week as well, but not a whole lot more. We'll see the details here in a little bit. But you see Cody Rhodes donning the mask. He comes into the ring with it. He is presented with it throughout the entire way. And when you start the match, he will no longer have it on. Now, what I don't like is that he didn't do the Iron Man removal like in real life. But it's an animation-based situation. They just didn't add it. And it's unfortunate because I really wanted to see if they were going to do that technical removal, which they didn't. So, whatever. All right. Beggars can't be choosers, though. They gave us Cody Rhodes with the mask. And I will say that I wish it would have been Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And I would have wanted CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. But that's just not the way it went. So, let's talk about MyFaction real quick. MyFaction just reduced all the prices by half over at the marketplace. Now, it's still expensive, but if you've been grinding the mode, racking up some MyFaction points through the locker codes, and just playing it every so often, you should have enough to buy some cards now because the prices have been lowered for us to be able to get and collect all these guys and girls that we want to add to our collection. So check that out in case you want any Persona cards that might be available to your liking. So the DLC that we're talking about is the Fearless Pack, KSI, Penta, Bull Nakano, New Jack, and of course Jordan Grace. This has nothing to do with the WrestleMania 41 pack. That is separate. You are going to have to buy that WrestleMania pack for at least $9.99 if you did not buy the Ultimate Edition of the game. I don't want you guys to get confused. If you bought the Bloodline Edition, yes, that $130 edition does include the WrestleMania pack. But if you're buying the bonus Bloodline add-on, that for $10 does not include the WrestleMania 41 pack. And that can get a little confusing. So I just want to put that out there so you guys are fully aware. Now, along with Jay and Cody Rhodes, we got Aleister Black, which he looks fantastic. But as you see, the lighting could get a little disturbing. So you're going to want to remove that and check that out in the entrance section so you can customize it and remove that flashing light. Otherwise, you're going to see it throughout the entire entrance, which can get a little annoying. Now, let's get back to the Fearless pack. Penta being the most hyped up superstar in this pack is phenomenal. I love how they executed his entrance, his attire, his moveset. Everything is just like I wanted it to be for Penta. The pyro is beautiful, so is the mask, and I'm just in love with Penta so much. I am so happy. If you guys are struggling to add this DLC to your game, make sure you go to your add-ons. Look at your downloadable add-ons, no matter the platform you're on. Make sure you hit select, and you'll be good to go. So before we continue, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on another stream or video. I know we have a lot of stuff going on right now, so pause the video, check out your stuff, compare what you got going on your end with what you see on the screen here. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, are you excited to finally have Aleister Black? He was rumored, he was talked about, we finally got him. Now we got to see if Goldberg and Nikki Bella come back. We don't know if they're going to get at it just yet, but let's continue moving forward. So I want to talk about New Jack. If you play with New Jack in a regular match, he's going to come out just like how you see him on your screen right now. So he is sporting two different entrances, and everyone in this DLC does have custom commentary, which I did enjoy. New Jack was even talked about making his WrestleMania match crazy and how much of a character this guy is, and I really like that the commentary team acknowledged that. Now, if you want to play with the weapons, you're going to have to put no disqualification. Then you're going to see New Jack come out with the trash can and some weapons there. And you could see him holding the crutch. Now that crutch, I went into the weapon system. You cannot select it in any slot, unfortunately. When you go down the list, you're not going to find the crutch as an added new weapon. Instead, you're going to have to use New Jack in some capacity in that match, 1v1 only. Remember, New Jack only comes out with that trash can in a 1v1 situation, and you can see the crutch right there in the center of the ring because he tosses the trash can and the weapons are there once the match starts. So unfortunately, we are not going to be able to use that crutch for anyone else. That really bummed me out because I like when we get new added weapons and things that feel fresh and, you know, not revolutionary, because we had that in 2K20, but something that feels like somewhat of an evolution rather than, you know, the stagnant same old weapons. Even though it has the same animations, I just wanted to see some new add-ons. With the island, they've been giving us the sledgehammer with the, you know, the electricity pop. That was a good add-on that we were able to unlock, and then the sword. But now they just added a quest to Chapter 3. Chapter 4 did not get revealed with this new DLC or update for patch 2.1. I mean, 0.21. The Island of Relevancy seems to be on hold for a little bit here, so we're going to have to wait. Now, I want to get down this list of features that we got to go over. Aleister Black, WrestleMania 41 versions are available for you to buy now if you haven't already. That includes everything in the pack this time around, not just the arena. You're getting the superstars, so make sure you look for that. But let's continue on to the patch notes. The patch notes is not that deep. General stability and performance improvements, which I mentioned earlier. Support for the DLC. And then we had some reported concerns get addressed with the hair shine. They changed that up finally. And then the Stay Fearless hat appearing corrupted in gameplay and community creation. So that got fixed as well. So some minor tweaks. This was all about the DLC. And within the patch, Status, shout out to Status. We got all this info from Witty and Status. He says that he found some new entries added to the game, like NXT 2017, Trish Stratus 2000 again. We got an exclusive Charlotte, Wyatt Swamp Arena. So maybe we get something in the future that we can use outside of the island, hopefully. Ulafala in the Bank. I wonder what that is. We got a New Jack exclusive. Lord knows what that is. The Gulf of Mexico. Trick Williams, Undertaker, John Cena, the Gulf of America, Bianca. I don't know if that was an issue with his spelling there, but there's a Bianca Belair exclusive as well. So these are all within the files. This doesn't confirm anything. They could change things around. You know how that goes. Take this with a grain of salt. But here in real time, Status was able to showcase that the previous update would reset it. Now it doesn't. The hair shine has been fixed. Thank goodness, because I know that that was plaguing everyone within the community creations. Now, when you go ahead and load into the game, you're going to see that Jordynne Grace does have her own new victory motion. All right, this is for when she wins a championship, which is pretty crazy because she hasn't won a belt in WWE just yet. So that is cool that they went ahead and gave Jordynne Grace her own championship celebration, considering that we haven't even seen that in real life. So here we got the crutch weapon, which is usable, like I said earlier, with New Jack only. But the cool thing is that he does have a weapon taunt for the crutch, the bat, the hockey stick, and guitar. So they went all out when it comes to New Jack, giving him all the bells and whistles, making him feel special. And I also want to mention, Witty posted that there is no neck tattoo for Jey Uso. Unfortunately, Jey Uso did not get his WrestleMania 41 neck tattoo added. That is unfortunate because this is supposed to be an updated Jey Uso, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk about some more here when it comes to New Jack. If you change his theme song, Witty reported earlier that you can put any theme there in its place and you're going to be able to hear it as a loop, just like his theme. So he went ahead and put CM Punk's theme song and it worked. A lot of people are reporting that they're doing that for fun, and that is pretty cool. I'm for one that's just going to enjoy it with New Jack, and I'll keep it at that. So Penta does have a unique announcement. I can confirm that. I saw it myself too. They talk about his weight, you know, being different from the actual weight of the other superstars. That was nice to see. We also saw that if you give someone else, the New Jack entrance, you're going to be able to only trigger the 1v1 Extreme Rules match, okay? So it's going to be different for the other superstars because this is something that is just for New Jack. And I know people are going to mess around and try to tweak and see how they can maximize bringing in those weapons into the ring. But it's going to trigger Extreme Rules only. The weapons will appear in the ring, but the theme song will not loop. So keep that in mind. If you're going to do this, it's not going to work the same as it would if you were using New Jack. Now, here is what Penta looks like without the mask. I don't think they actually scanned Penta, which is fine by me. He is very secretive and he is really traditional when it comes to the mask and the face paint. He rocks the mask just like Rey Mysterio outdoors, aside from wrestling. I know people have seen him without a mask, but I'm just saying we've seen that he's very protective of his image. So they did not scan him in the game. And it's crazy because I think they did a good job with him. I felt like he does look like Penta down under his mask. And that's pretty much it when I look at this DLC update, guys. There's not a whole lot more in terms of them fixing or touching up anything else other than what we just went over. I do like that, you know, Jordynne Grace is now finally in a WWE game after we talked so much about the TNA pack possibly getting added. And last night on stream, we kind of broke down her entrance and her in-game gear. So I think that what's making her look big and bulky is actually her jacket. Because in the match, when she's in the ring, she looks thin, she looks all right. I have no issues with her. You can see that she does look a little bulkier around the chest, which she is not that big anymore. Obviously, she slimmed down, and there was only a point in time, which was more like in TNA and her earlier days, that she was a lot bigger. But you can see in this ring, within the chaos, that I went all out with all the superstars. I wanted to see how they all looked in the ring at the same time, but I will say the one person we haven't talked about is KSI. That bottle is ridiculous. You can't take it off. You can't edit him. You can't change him. It's all locked. I will not be using KSI. I'm sorry. And I know someone out there is going to enjoy KSI, just like there's going to be people enjoying Bull Nakano making her legendary debut in WWE 2K. And that's all fine and dandy. At least she's a legend. KSI is not. KSI is a scrub. And that is how we end the video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. You made it this far. Don't miss out on another stream or video. Thank you for tuning in. We will be streaming the DLC. We're going to get into everything and anything WWE 2K, including the SummerSlam watch party. I'll see you real soon with some more. Let's get back to having some fun, man. It's a good update. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. Let's freaking go.